Do you see here? Hi, guys and gals. Well, I am going to be doing over this lunchtime vlog, or whatever you want to call it, a tag. Yeah, I haven't done a tag in a long time. So it's from Dave Nicholson. It was called Dave's Tag. It was from February 1st. And there's 10 questions, so I'll start right off. And we'll see a little chat with each question. Question 1, have you ever been a bridesmaid or a groomsman? The answer to that actually is no. I have been the usher at a wedding. That would be a story on its own. Maybe I should do a separate video on that one. I have led the discussion in a wedding shower, so that actually isn't quite the same thing. The closest to that I have been was when my son, so first son of DC, when they were married, his daughter, whose dad had passed away about a year before that, asked me, I always get choked up when I think about it, she asked me to lead her down the aisle. And yeah, like I say, I always get choked up, but yeah, so that's about the closest. That was a very, very big time for me. Question 2, let's move on. Question 2, bottled or tap water. Now, I know that over here in Europe, and in Switzerland in particular, there's a big thing about bottled water, and it's all over the world now. I'm personally, as much as possible, I'm not saying I never take bottled water, depending on where you are. Like when we were in Africa, we took bottled water. But normally I take tap water. I have a bottle that I keep, plastic. I know people slap me on my fingers, but it's a reusable bottle, which I use, and I fill it up every day with tap water. I drink a lot of water. Question 3. What was your favorite TV show when you were a kid? There were different shows. Of course, when I was really small, I really liked Captain Kangaroo. I don't know if that really counts. Nobody knows about that much now. And Andy Griffith. So the Mayberry series, I really, really like that one. Still do, actually. Another series when I was older. Many I wasn't a kid anymore, was I? When MASH was around, and there was the Beverly Hillbillies and stuff like that. I used to like those shows, the country ones, I guess we could say. Okay, now question 4. Any guilty pleasures you're willing to discuss? Ooh, Well, let me see. Maybe not. That would be interesting, though. Exactly, we define what a guilty pleasure is. Okay, question 5. I'm back to guilty pleasures. Watching YouTube videos, is that a guilty pleasure? Maybe it is. Favorite video game? I've never really played video games. Okay. Question 6. What really gets on your nerves? Hypocrisy. Especially in today's world. Right now, what really gets on my nerves is the left-wing politically correct culture, which keeps on giving lessons to everybody, how to act and everything, how to be tolerant, how to be so good, and usually does it in the most mean ways possible. Yeah, that's about it. At least for the moment. Is there a personality trait that you just can't stand? I think I just said it. Hypocrisy. But people that love to give you lessons. Maybe I'm one of those. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah. What book has impacted you more than any other? Dave Nicholson said the Bible, and I could probably say something like that, but I would say it wouldn't just be the Bible; it's the Christian religion. But no, I'm going to take a book from literature. and that would be. I think one of the books I liked the best was Travels with Charlie, John Steinbeck. Yeah, I've read that book probably close to every year for years and years, and the copy I have is all worn out. Yeah, Travels with Charlie. Charlie was a dog, by the way. What was the last meaningful book that you read? You know, I like reading the Ladies Detective Agency from McCall Smith, and I mean they're actually at first-hand light books, but Mara Motsve, which is the lady detective, and her associates, there's a lot of really important things that come out of that. I mean, you know, when you see like they like she is living in Africa and look in Botswana, and looking at how traditions are being lost and so on. There's a lot in that book. I really like it. It's a whole series. It's probably close to 20 books now. But anyway, I like that. That was probably the last meaningful book that I've read a few since, but I always get a lot out of that, a lot of enjoyment. What was your favorite line from a movie or a book? I'll go back to Travels with Charlie, and where the question is that you cannot go back. You cannot go back to where you came from and find it the same thing. I think it's the same. It's the same story all the time. It's like you can't look at a river twice and say it's the same river, and so on. Life moves on, time moves on, and whenever I go back to my hometown, I always take a little ride by where we lived when I was a kid, and the house is being changed, the trees are different, everything, on the road to the house is actually burnt down, and so on, so, and then you walk in town, and it's different people, things have changed. There used to be like, there used to be like 3 English-speaking churches there at the time. 2 have become museums or halls, and one is the Grace Anglican Church, which stays, and so on. It's just to say, I mean, things change, and by the time which probably, or when I go, I'll be going with somebody else, be it Mrs. DC, or I bring my mom, or what, and and by the time when I'll be probably going and saying I can have time and take my time, I'll be too old. I won't know anybody. When I go there, I rarely see anybody aside from my uncle and maybe a cousin. But, people that I knew, that I went to school with, I haven't seen anybody in the town for like 35 years or whatever. Anyway. Yeah, so that's a little bit of those are the 10 question tags. I tried to bring in a little bit of me into it, and yeah, it was fun. I haven't made it, like I say, I haven't made a tag video in a long time, and I thought, I'd just take a simple one like that and just chat about it. Okay, I guess that'll be it for DC over this lunchtime. Today is Thursday. Okay, so DC signing off. Take care, everybody. I'm doing this on the iPad, so I hope it comes out well. Bye-bye. Take care.